Walking the king of this world, yeah. They didn't believe me, I put in the work. I did it for my kids, I put in the work. I did it for the money, I came from the dirt. They didn't believe me, till I put in the work. I did it for my kids, I put in the work. I did it for the money, I came from the dirt. They didn't believe me, till I put in the work. I did it for my fam, I put in the work. I did it for the money, I came from the dirt. Welcome to King Gunner's world.
Welcome to King Gunner's World. I'm your host, King Gunner, and you're listening to Midnight Mafia Radio at midnightmafia.com. That is www.midnightmafiarecords.com. Today's episode, it was on my spirit to talk about change. Right now, I truly feel everything in the universe is in the course of changing. But things are always changing. Every second, every moment, everything is changing. It's changing at a high frequency to a point where we don't see it. But everything around us and through us is constantly changing. And for those, change could be a new job, a new school, a new place, a new state, a new country. Anything can change, good or for worse. But I pray and I hope that nothing ever changes for the worse in no one's lives, because this world just wasn't created to destroy. It was created to love and to be prosperous and be fruitful. And for me, for instance, I'm going through a major change, not just physically, not just mentally, but not just spiritually. I'm changing all around 360. A full transformation. It's not a transformation if it's not done. What's done on the outside has to be done on the inside. So I'm far from perfect. I'm very far from perfect. In fact, I'm imperfect. I'm an imperfect divine being, and I'm living to learn. So through the changes that I'm making, I speak for myself because I don't know any of you individually, so I only speak for myself. Through the course of my changes, not just with career changes, but also within family, friends, we must learn that change happens for a reason. And sometimes the creator of the universe may change your situation and put you in a position, like what T.D. Jakes said. Sometimes God will give you a position with no instructions. So meaning you will get a promotion, the job you want, and have no idea what to do. But that's the beauty about the free will, is you learn it. Either you can make that position to the most beautiful opportunity, or you can just let it run like water. But the thing is, if God put you there, you can't be moved. So the only thing you can do is do what you need to do with it. Be grateful and show God and show the universe, this is what you wanted. This is who you are. This is what you are. This is what you were designed to do. This is what you were created to do. And it's hard. For me, starting a business is hard. It was hard, especially when you have no resources. It's easy to work at a job. Let's just use McDonald's, for instance. It's easy to clock in with McDonald's, and they already got the resources. All you got to do is clock in. But do you know the history, how McDonald's was built? They not know it started with 2 people. They were completely broke when they started the first McDonald's. Completely broke. But now look at McDonald's. It's a worldwide chain, franchises, corporations, just like Walmart's. So if you really, 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 really want to change your life, then you must find your own resources that work for you and for you and not against you. And that's the beauty of change. Sometimes change is forceful because you're not in the right position. You're not in line with the universe. The universe has a specific job for you to do while you are here. And some people are living amongst us, but yeah, they're living, but they're dead because they don't know their purpose. And that's why we need to be in an open mind where we are living to learn, be willing to learn things that will make you want to live long, healthy, prosperous, giving, loving. You know, if you have a job or you're doing something that's making you unhappy, or in a place that's making you unhappy, make yourself happy. Set yourself free from that environment or that attachment. Maybe you're getting sick because your body needs change. Maybe, again, check your surroundings. Take a second to do a 30-second evaluation. Just closing your eyes and inhaling and exhaling and being aware of everything around you. Look at it from a different point of view. You know, it's a lot of things. If you understand, there is no such thing as a bad situation. Every situation has a meaning, and it has a purpose, and it has a determination to make you into a better character. It makes no sense, but it makes sense, right? You know, like for me, in a sense, I was a bad kid. I was a juvenile delinquent for real. In and out of jail. You can ask my dad. He'll tell you, like, yeah, that boy stayed in and out of trouble. But every mistake I learned while I was younger, while I was getting caught, it just taught me how not to get caught. But as I got older, it was like, okay, not only is this going to get me caught, but I can physically lose my life. Like all my friends, all my homies, all my partners are literally dead or in jail because when I stopped, they kept going. And it wasn't like a forceful stop. It was a stop because I had children at a very young age. Those were the reason why I had to stop. Because I know for a fact, you know, I can't be running the streets. There's not enough money in the streets to feed my kids. So I picked up a job. Even having a job was not enough to feed my kids, you know. So I had to take an avenue where no one could put a limitation on me. Like, it's like, okay, even for instance, like working a job, you can only work 40 hours. You can't get nothing over. You get something over, you can't. But you want me to only work for a check that's more, maybe I say like maybe $2,000, $3,000. Man, my rent alone is almost $3,000. That's a month, so I gotta pay my rent and then wait a whole nother week to, you know what I'm saying, to get food and this and that and pay other bills, car insurance, car notes. There's no way you can live off their salary. Only way you can live is, they don't know how you live. They shouldn't be telling you how you live. The money you make from them, from a company, shouldn't tell you how the way you should be living. I know I'm expensive. My kids are expensive, so I gotta live above my means. So that means I'm a character. I'm a person who has to have steady flowing income. When I'm sleeping, when I'm awake, when I'm talking, when I'm breathing, I gotta have steady flow of income because that's my lifestyle. My lifestyle requires me to have what I need to take care of my people around me. And like I said, we are in control of that narrative. What we do, we are in control of it. And it's completely fine to meditate and pray for what you need, because you're raising your vibrations to put everything into action, to put your body, getting your body physically ready for what you are getting ready to pull in. So it's completely fine. You know, change is scary, man. You know, when I had my first kid, I'm still learning how to be a father, man. You know what I mean? Like me personally, I felt like I still to this day, I feel like I'm not there how I need to be there. I'm so focused on securing a financial future for them because they don't even know this part of life. Without money, you don't have no life. You don't have no future. I could be the best dad and don't miss a moment of your life. But the moment that you need the money, you need money to go to school, you need money to start up your business, whatever you need, and I don't have it because I spent all my time barely getting by, so I want to miss the time with you, you're going to look at me like, dang, you're going to look at me different. But when you finally realize why I grinded how I grinded, I wasn't around how I wasn't around, to see what I built for you, to see the world for what it is, you are identified. Not just by the race of you, the color of you, but you are identified financially. What you are able to do, what rank do you carry, what is your financial status in this world? Understand, dark and light, we have a long history. And currency's always been the issue. Who invented what, who owns what, who was here first. And now it's like, to me, it doesn't even matter anymore. We got so much resources. Everybody entitled has the gift to have it all. We all got the gift of wisdom. We all have it. That stuff doesn't matter anymore to me. I don't care anymore. What I care about is making this world a better place for my kids. And the only way we can do that is by changing the world, by raising our vibrations and elevating love. Elevating love, man. You know, you can't shame someone from what they do on their spare time. That's them. Only thing you can control is yourself. What you think. How you feel. How you move. You know, and one of the greatest leaders told me, a leader doesn't speak. A leader leads. So I found myself talking less and working way more, working way harder, working way smarter. You know, when my enemies are sleeping, I'm working. Because my vision was bigger than me. My vision was universal. My vision was given to me when I was in my mother's womb. So this change that I'm making, it's very difficult to navigate through, especially through all the narratives and the stories and then the lies that we were fed as adolescents. This is DJ Core DJ for Midnight Mafia Radio. Right now, I want to give a special shout out to the Heart Association and also Go Red for Women to prevent heart attacks and strokes. Thank you for everything you do, your teams, your doctors, your nurses, everything. Thank you. And also, keep the world clean. Pick up your trash. Stop littering. Respect Mother Nature. Respect this earth. And also, be aware of wildlife. All life matters. All lives matter. Thank you for tuning in to Midnight Mafia Radio.
Midnight Mafia Radio app is the hottest music audio out and only on Android.
Welcome back to King Gunner's World, and I'm your host, King Gunner. One thing I did learn watching Martin Luther King, learning about Malcolm X, learning about every single great leader, all the way down to the chemical industry, I learned that fear comes from yourselves, our own thoughts, that we project out our fears on other people. With me, in the world that we live in, I see death a lot. So I fear death for the fact that I fear of dying before I reach my goal. So in reality, I wasn't scared of death. I was scared of failing. So for me to change that narrative, I always had to give every second, every time the sun came up, I got my little rest, I got back, I'm on it again, you know. Every second, every step, every breath counts. That's how I live. Everything has to count. You know, if you're doing things that makes no sense, obviously you shouldn't be doing. You should be doing things that matter, it counts, it's gonna benefit you some way, somehow. And it brings me to my next point. I'm so honored to see the change that the world is going through right now. The world is shifting, as I said, into peace and love. Everything we are seeing now has happened repeatedly over and over and over again. Seeing black on black crime, seeing white on white crime, seeing police brutality. This all has been seen before underneath the sun, underneath the moon, underneath the sky. This is nothing that the universal gods have not seen. And it's very fixable with the very, 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 very simple solution. You got the unity, right? When you come together, we march. You know, we don't got to just do that when someone dies in the hands of the police. We could do that every time someone dies. Death, murder, is one of the first divine rules on this earth. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. But yet, we do this every single day. So to change that, we must change some things that was looped in the system within the Congress, right? To pass these bills, it got to go through Congress. So understand how things get changed. And you're right. Unifying is the best thing, but unify and march to those polls, those ballots, and vote for what makes sense. Vote for the educational system. Vote for the business, the business aspect, how the world operates. Vote for equalization. Vote. We are standing in the holy land of the free. Your First Amendment right is your freedom of speech. Please know how to execute and exercise what you have. The greatest gift, the greatest weapon that we have is our tongue. They say a tongue is mightier than a sword. A pen is your sword, because you could write too. You could write a letter to the president. You could write a letter to the chairman, the Congress, the people that pass the bills, the senates. Everybody in their city has a senate. Everybody in their city got an activist. And get together with your activists and let them know the vision. Hey, let's go to the Senate. The Senate's the one that passes these bills, sits it down and presents it to the Congress, and that's how this gets changed. Why wait for the next body to pop up? Why? Why wait for the next black man to get killed? Why? Take control now. Now is the time we need to be moving. Now move. You want change? I'm telling you how to change it. Vote. 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 United we stand means we vote together. They say there was only like 3 world wars or 2 world wars, but there actually was 3. Did they ever tell you that Americans actually got together and fought against the American government? They fought back. Actually went to war for land. See, that's something they don't teach, because they don't want you to know that. The power relies within the people. Without us, there is no world. Hello? They need someone they can need to control. So, again, take your power back. Stop being weak. Stop being weak. Find out who you are. I know everybody went through something in their lives that clattered some damage and, took a part of them and took part of their innocence and saw some things, and it wasn't supposed to scare you. It was just supposed to make you tougher. This world is the jungle. It's full of good and bad. But by all means, you allow what you allow. So if you don't allow something, if something is against your will, then that means you don't allow it. So why are you allowing people to control your life? Why are you allowing a clock to tell you what time it is? Some of you going to catch my drift, some of you ain't. Some of you may be lost right now. What is he talking about? Those who are awake are woke. Let's get it. But like I said, this is the perfect time that how the world is changing. We all should be harmonizing with it. Harmonizing. How it's elevating. As the world evolves, we should be evolving. It's just part of the learning process. Of course, we're going to get knocked down. Get back up. Because that's what makes it spiritual. Your spirit's a fight. It's a fighter. Your spirit's the one that's enduring and all. But yeah, you may endure the physical pain, but the spirit's the strength. The spirit's the beast in you. The spirit, what the spirit sees what you can't see. You feel me? So, again, change for the better. Do not change for the worse. Change to improve. And then when you change, help someone else with their transformation. Help someone with their needs and their wants. Don't do it because it's their charity. Do it because you was them. You know? The whole point of enlightenment is the giving back part that gives it the enlightenment. The enlightenment doesn't mean, oh, I'm rich now. No, the enlightenment comes from the giving back. What are you able to give back? That you all the blessings that you got in your journey, what are you bringing back to your people? What are you able to tell them? Hey, there is a universal God that led me to this, to bring this back to here, and here's this, and this how you do this. What do you love to do? Well, go do it. Don't let no one stop you from being who you are. Don't let no one change you. We came in this world. Some of us came in as twins, but some of us came in this world individual. We have our own individualities. We're not supposed to mimic what we see. We're supposed to mimic what we know, what we learn, what makes us feel good, what makes us be us, what makes us happy and jolly and warm, skippy, hippie. You know what I mean? That's what we're here for. And I promise you, and I guarantee you, you start having positive affirmations when you lose your keys. Said, I always lose my keys. First it's, I lost my keys. Hey, I need to figure out when I find these keys, I need to get into a habit of, as soon as I get in the house, hanging them or putting them up in a jar or something. Don't turn it into something negative, because like I said, the energy is like atoms. When they feel a frustration or a type of low vibration mood or mode, they attract to it and they feed on it. So when you're embracing that type of behavior, you're attracting what you are at that time. That's a negative energy. But when you say, hey, when I find those keys, man, I'm gonna put a sign on the door that says hang keys up. To look at it from a different perspective, you know? Everything's about perspectives, man. Change your perspectives, and I guarantee you would change the way you live, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you even look at people, the way you even date people. You'll be attracting what you want. Because some of you guys are settling for things that you don't want, and you're forcing yourself to be happy. And that's fake. You're being fake. You know, I walked away from a lot of things, especially when I started having my spiritual awakening. It hurt, but I knew it was for the better. You know, saying goodbye doesn't mean you're not going to see him forever. Saying goodbye means, hey, I'm just going on to new and bigger and better things. I'm not happy. I need change. Then when you decide you need that change, be strong about it. Because change is confusing, but trust the process, because that's why it's called unknown. It's unknown territory. If it was known, then you would have been there already. So it's unknown. Change is supposed to be unknown, but at the same time, you're creating in a space that you didn't know. So create with it. If it feels empty, fill it. Fill it with something that it feels good to you, that has value to you, that has love. Don't fill a void with hate, man. Change all that stuff. Nothing on this earth was created with hate. That has to be the most blemish thing I heard. You know, it's already bad enough our ancestors, light, dark, red, brown skin, we all endured something, man. You know, what's sacred to you, it's sacred for a reason. It's sacred. It's secret. Keep it to yourself. Because there are some people that just don't want people to be happy. There's some people that don't want you to achieve what you're going to achieve. So some things it just should be kept to yourself. And it's okay to keep it to yourself. You're not a selfish person. But sometimes in this world, you got to be a little bit selfish. Because not everyone deserves what you deserve. But you be willing to give, but expect nothing in return. That's how you shall always receive. Expect nothing in return, but be willing to give. And you start living in those type of affirmations and walking in that type of aura, everything you desire will start changing. Trust me, it's scary. It's scary. You may not have no money in your pockets because you ain't on the block no more, but now you really got to go find your people. Now you really got to go fishing. Now you really got to earn your money. Just as if you was clocking in and working for another man, you got to earn your money. Earn your money. This is honest money. Honest money is hard money, hard working money. But once you get it, it's blessed. It's always going to be yours. We're going to take another break and I'll be right back.
V-I-C-T-O-R-Y V-I-C-T-O-R-Y Victory, victory, that's my battle cry.
Victory, victory, that's my battle cry.
S-O-L-D-I-E-R
S-O-L-D-I-E-R
Soldiers, soldiers, that's who we are.
Soldiers, soldiers, that's who we are.
C-O-U-N-T-R-Y
C-O-U-N-T-R-Y
For duty, honor, country, I'd give my life.
For duty, honor, country, I'd give my life.
C-130 rolling down the strip.
C-130 rolling down the strip.
Airborne Ranger on a one-way trip.
Airborne Ranger on a one-way trip.
Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door.
Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door.
Jump right out and count to 4.
Jump right out and count to 4.
Midnight Mafia Radio app is the hottest podcast for self-developmental educational shows and the hottest, newest music download. Only at your friendly Google Play Store.
Welcome back to King Gunner's World. I'm your host, King Gunner. We are at the last segment of the show. Like I said, today is about change. It was on my spirit to talk about change. And like I said, change is a beautiful thing and it's a scary thing. But again, once you get through it, you navigate through it, it'd be the most heroic thing you can do. This is a segment of the show where I want to give a shout out to the people for the donations to help me and the radio station and my DJs keep this station rolling for you. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful, humbly grateful. And from the station, from Midnight Mafia Radio, to me, I would love to say thank you, because this station will not be a station without you, the listeners. So I'm going to say thank you, and thank you again. And for the newbies who just got put on to Midnight Mafia Radio, you can also find us at www.midniteMafiaRecords.com. And by all means, please go ahead and make donations to keep our team and me going with this content, to be giving back to others and sharing our light and hopefully changing lives. Because I'm sure there's somebody out there who could be using these words. But as well, I also want to say to the insecure women, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're a divine being. So walk in your power. To let no man tell you you're not something. And for the men, You're kings. Stick your chest out. Toughen up. And take care of your families, man. Provide. Get out them streets. If you're over 30 and you still trying to be in them streets carrying guns, put that stuff down, man. There's nothing in them streets for you but toe tags and body bags. Change that, man. So many kids are growing up fatherless even motherless because they want to be running around in the streets. I'm telling you now, the most crucial time in a kid's life is their adolescent years. So those years matter. Take it from me, I have a daughter and I'm pretty much missed out on every single thing in her life. I regret it, but then I don't regret it because I'm building something for her that one day she will understand. So please, if you're in a position to be there for your children, be there. Be there, because it matters. That time matters. Like I said, when it all goes down, you get locked up, ain't no one gonna be there for you. Or you're dead. They're just gonna say, rest in peace, homie, pour some liquor on you, smoke a blunt for you. That's it. It's not worth it. And the kids are coming up now watching these rap videos. It's cool, it's entertainment. I love all entertainment. I'm in the entertainment business. But please understand, half this stuff are just acting. These are actors acting in a role that they get paid to do. Okay? Kids, most of this stuff is not real. So please understand, these are human beings that are getting paid to entertain. It's okay to be influenced, but do not idolize. Do not glorify. But it's okay to get your style and your swag. It's cool. I get it. Trends is. I get it. But know what's right. Know what's wrong. And I appreciate every single one of you listening to the end of this podcast. It allows me to be myself. It allows me, even though I'm literally in the studio speaking to myself, but I know I'm listening. I know who's listening, I'm sorry, but I know there's someone listening out there as I speak to myself. I call these my random thoughts, but a thought is a thought without no action. So these are just my thoughts coming into words to spread awareness to the people. And I'm grateful for you listening, and I'm grateful for your ears. Blessings to you and yours, and many more to come. And you are now listening to Midnight Mafia Radio's regular program.